If you play singles tennis, this video is for you. If you don't know these tactics, I can guarantee your opponent does. And if they do, you need to know them too. Singles tennis is a complex sport. It's physical, it's tactical, it's mental. But if we don't have basic and strong sets of fundamental tactics behind us, we can have great shots and a big game, but we're going to get let down by making crucial mistakes when it matters most. So stay tuned. I guarantee you won't know all 5 of these tips, especially one of them is going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. Tennis is a game of mistakes. That is how you score points. You score points when your opponent makes a mistake. You score points when your opponent can't get the ball back, or when they try and get the ball back and they get it wrong. And we have to remember, when we're building our tactics, when we're trying to come up with ways to win, it's all to try and impact our opponent and cause them to make a mistake. It's quite negative, but it is kind of unique to tennis. It isn't like football or hockey, where we're trying to do something positive to score a goal, to score a touchdown. We are trying to make it awkward for our opponent so they make the mistake. You can absolutely do positive things. You can try and hit winners, but ultimately a winner is your opponent not getting it back, their mistake again. So really bear that in mind. It's not really about you. It's about your opponent and how they can cope with what you give. So when we're building up tactics and building up strategies of how to win games, we have to always have at the back of our mind that we're always making sure, is this making it harder for my opponent? Because they need to make the mistake in order for me to win the point. Now we know that tennis is a game of mistakes, it's time to do some maths. And I haven't prepared this, so it might be a little challenging. To win a set of tennis, you need to win 24 points. That doesn't seem very many, does it? To win a whole set, you only need 24 points. So when you start putting it into context, if your opponent gives you 1 mistake every game, so 6 mistakes, suddenly, instead of having to play 24 points really well, you only have to win 18 points really well. If they make 2 mistakes a game, you've only got to do 12 good things to win a whole set of tennis. Each mistake not only magnifies the points, but it makes the amount you've got to win so much smaller. It's a huge swing. If you're winning games, if you're winning sets 6-3, 6-4, you're probably only winning a handful of points, 4 or 5 points more than your opponent across that whole set. So a couple of mistakes either way, a couple of tighter points, a couple of points where you use better tactics can swing a whole set. Tennis is a very difficult sport for this. The scoring system makes it very tight and very easy to only have to win a few more points to swing a whole match in your favor. So when you're playing, don't think, oh, I just go for this one, doesn't matter, because every mistake counts, every point counts. It's very small margins, very easy to flip the result. So make sure you keep that in mind. It's 24 points to win. Make sure you're forcing them to do 24 good things. Don't give up anything easy. My third tip is the most basic tactic there is. It is over and in. We've just talked about the amount of points that you need to win in order to win a set and how important it is to minimize mistakes. And therefore the next tactic is just to make the next shot. The easiest way to win a tennis match, as we've said, your opponent double faulting. You haven't hit the ball. Next easiest way is you to make 1 shot and they hit a mistake. Every time you play the ball back, you're putting the ball in their court. It's where the phrase comes from. It gives them a chance to make a mistake. And every time you give them another chance to make a mistake over and over again, they're going to make them. And every time they do, you get 1 point closer, 1 step closer to victory. So your base tactic, your core foundation of your game has to be a mindset of get that ball over the net and in the court, because making them play 1 more ball is going to be a very strong strategy against a lot of players. So get it over the net, in the court, and watch the points flood in. Now we understand that we need to get the ball over and in as often as possible to try and make our opponent make more mistakes. We want to start making it a bit harder for them. We don't want to get it over and in straight to them. We're going to start to move them side to side, and we do this by controlling space on the court. So we might do this side to side. We might do this forwards and backwards. We might use a little drop shot to bring them in and then lob them to get them to go back. We might get them to run to the forehand side, back to the backhand side. We can use space on the court to make it awkward for them. Different players like running around, others don't. So some people, there's a phrase called don't let the runner run. Some players like to run side to side and it really gets them going. So those people, you're going to control space in a different way. You're going to maybe bring them forwards the direction they don't like to travel. Lots of other people like to stay set in the middle of the court and be able to take big chops at the ball and be able to be aggressive. If you get them off their base, if you get them moving forwards, backwards, side to side, you're going to start to impact them. And as we know, it's what we're trying to do to cause them to make more mistakes. So control space on the court, understand where the gaps are, play into the space, and maneuver your opponent around like a puppet on a string. We've controlled space, now we are controlling time. Now you may think this is quite simple, Josh, just hit the ball harder. And that is correct, but that is only half of it. That is the easy half. I hit the ball harder, take time away from my opponent, make it tougher. Obviously you can combine that with controlling space. You hit it faster and harder into a corner. It's even harder, they've got to go get there and they've got less time to get it. But the most important way and the secret way to control time is to take your ball on a bit earlier. If you try and meet the ball on the peak of its bounce, if you try and get to the net and volley, you don't have to hit the shot hard, you don't have to take risks. You can play a more over and in style game, but just by doing it closer in and earlier, you're taking time away from your opponent. If you think you could be 2 steps behind the baseline and take loads of risk and hit it really hard to control time, or you could be a step inside the baseline and just push it in, taking no risk in your actual shot, and the impact on your opponent in terms of time they have stays the same. The amount of time it takes for that last bit of ball travel is so slow is easily made up from just taking that ball a little bit earlier. So when you think about controlling time, it's not just how hard you hit the ball, it's when you hit the ball. How early can you do it? Can you come forwards and volley especially? That is a great way to rush your opponent, causing them to make more mistakes. Play nice, sensible tennis, based in stats, control the ball, control space, control time, get that ball over and in, wait for your opponent to make mistakes, and rack up the W's. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you think there's a tactic that should have been in, please put a comment below. If you have any questions, equally ask away. But otherwise, if you have enjoyed it, please give us a like and a share to your tennis playing friends, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a thing from PH Tennis.